Hey there, hey, and thank you for tuning into the pod of Born to Be a Star. Today is a day and another opportunity for you to recognize your star power, for you to look in the mirror wherever it may be, in the bathroom, in your car, on your phone, in your bedroom, at work, wherever it is. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, yes, I can decide that I want to change my major at school. Yes, I can decide I want to go to college or finish it. Maybe you're not interested in college anymore and you've changed your mind and you want to do something else entirely. Yes, I can start a subscription because I want to get a monthly subscription for makeup and I want to do, I don't know, something like BoxyCharm, or I want to have a monthly subscription for shoes, so I want to get Just Fab, or I don't want that, or I want to change the way I shop, or I want to move, or I want to find a new job that fits what I actually like to do, or maybe I want to sing, or I want to podcast, or I want to travel. Regardless of what you want to do, even if it's learning a new language like Mandarin, or cooking or baking, you need to be saying to yourself, yes, I can. And if you are going to succeed at that, then you need to move forward with doing things, even if it's difficult to do them. You need to believe in yourself, even if that's not easy either. Which leads us into the second part of our conversation, which is never give up. In the eye of the storm, in the midst of difficulty, in the midst of horrible, bad news, something similar to what me and my husband experienced being told that I had polycystic ovary syndrome, where now I'm like reflecting back on that, wondering, did the doctor tell me the truth? Because I don't have that now. I'm not sure what happened. I'm giving it to God. I'm just so grateful that I don't have that anymore. But having that news be told to you and you're at the point where you're about to start a family is very devastating. Someone telling you that you have cancer or you need surgery or something's wrong with a body part or something's wrong with your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your nephew or your niece or something like that, or something's happening that you can't control, might make you feel like I just can't take anymore. In the eye of that, you have to find a way to not give up. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. The reason why John Cena is so powerful is because he is a believer in Make-A-Wish Foundation for Children, and he supports veterans and those who serve us. And I want to take time to recognize the men and women that protect me in the United States of America and just say thank you to them. There's countless hours, there's countless days, there's countless situations where they put their lives in danger to protect me. And I think that Americans need to take time and recognize that. And I think we also need to take time and recognize that if you don't see something through to the end, then you can't claim the reward from it because you didn't put the effort into it. Right? You didn't. Why are you trying to enjoy a situation that you shouldn't be able to enjoy? There's the question. How's it your time and you didn't put any time into it? But you can't give up on yourself. You can't say, I quit in any regard, in any way, at any time, at any point. You have to always hold and persevere through the difficulty, through the turmoil, through the pain, through the rejection, through people trying to defeat you and tell you what you can do. Even if your boss sucks or your coworkers make you mad or your family members piss you off, regardless of the situation, know that there is a plan for you and you will make it through all the bad and you will make it on the other side of the good. You need to be saying to yourself, yes, I can. And no, I'm never going to give up. Which leads me to the next part of the conversation. Procrastination and indecisive isn't your friend. It never was. I know we want to sit here and we want to pretend like we have forever and we could take 15 years to make a decision about painting the wall or fixing the dishwasher or moving to another town or deciding we want to finally buy a house, or maybe we want to wait to buy a house, or we want to do this or we want to do that, but we might not have time to do that. Why are you waiting to take control of your life? What's stopping you from making a decision? Are you scared about the outcome? Are you petrified about what's going to happen if you just do something you've never done before? Why not today is a realization that we can't control time. You can't put yourself on a back burner and think you're going to be able to catch back up with life. That's not how it works. If something's important, do it. If you love somebody and you haven't told them, tell them. If you have something important to you that you want to accomplish, go accomplish it. These things do matter. And you do matter in the mix of it all. If you keep allowing indecisiveness and procrastination to take control of your life, then you're not living. We don't know if tomorrow's coming. So whatever you need to do today, do it. Because we can't control time. We never could and we never will be able to. Let's get to some of these headlines. First of all, it's Wednesday, and yesterday I had the unfortunate experience of listening to Joe Biden talk about a judge that was on the Supreme Court. Now, that man is clearly a crooked con man, and he shouldn't be talking about anyone, but they gave him a microphone. And I'm really mad because I wanted to watch the 12 o'clock show, Outnumbered, but they put him on instead. So I just watched Home Alone 2 and Gordon Ramsay. So there's that. There's a lot going on in politics right now. Biden, his son, his brother, James, all the family members, they're all in on it. They're all guilty. I also want to change the narrative with me just going directly into points of the conversation. I think we need to understand what's happening with the federal government. Jerome Powell is not telling you the truth about the numbers. The numbers aren't good. I also think you need to be aware of the fact that the American dollar is dying. Something new is going to come over and take over the entire world. And American dollars are not going to be the first thing. I told you that they're trying to make everything digital and make digital currency. That's still coming. The government is using AI against us to spy on us in America. And we have funded these agencies through taxpayer money. Not only that, but the Senate is still in Washington trying to come to some sort of conclusion about aid to Ukraine and aid to Israel. But there shouldn't be any aid to Ukraine because that is a losing. The idea that we keep playing around and we keep acting like it's going to be a fixable conversation to help Ukraine now. We can't help Ukraine. They dug themselves a hole that they can't get out of, right? And they did that to themselves. Why? Because they thought they figured it out. Why? Because they had the answers. What exactly were the answers, though? And who told them to do whatever they did? I feel like I deserve answers. And I feel like I am not going to get them. It's also really telling to me that just over the weekend, something drove into Biden's motorcade. A staffer had sex in a Senate room where we've witnessed the Senate room on many occasions during conversations and testimonies and a lot of things. And that just happened. And it should be concerning that it's not a bigger deal than it should be. Of course, they fired the person and got rid of him. Then his dumb ass went on LinkedIn to explain himself, but he really didn't. I feel like people don't understand the precedent that they're setting by A, not asking more questions, and B, not wondering what's next. Shouldn't we be concerned about the fact that it's easy to do these bad acts and get away with them? Shouldn't we be even more concerned with the fact that Biden's granddaughter doesn't pay her taxes, but they don't want to talk about that either? Shouldn't we be concerned with the fact that the elite want to act one way, but then they don't want to be called out for it, and they don't want to be held responsible for when the things they do don't work? They want to control everything. They want to control the volume. They want to control the pitch. And even when everything starts to burn around them, they still want to control everything. And if they're going to do that, they're going to control everything, then they have to understand what's going to happen when they do that. It can't just be, oh, everything's great. Oh, you get to experience this and you don't get to experience any of the bad. That can't happen. And that's been happening. Joe Biden has been corrupt for a very, very long time. Him and his brother have been playing a con game with politics for a very, very long time. This didn't just happen. It wasn't an accident. It's been happening. I want you to be smart here. You're not asking enough questions. I told you that the American dollar doesn't have any value anymore. Nobody's scared of America. Everybody thinks that America is a joke. What does that make us? A target. There's people on TikTok telling people not to join the army. We've got a lot of red flags. There's women running around with no titties, with all their titties out, and men pretending to be women with fake implants, and just, let's talk about sex. The guy in Virginia just got sworn in on a bunch of books that children shouldn't read. And he's going to be in charge of 148 schools. That happened yesterday. We're not doing a good job of getting more people involved, right? Moms and dads and parents and kids need to be fully aware of what TikTok does. And Vivek is the only one that said something smart. Why shouldn't we use social media to do what Democrats are doing? And why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't every time something happens, we shouldn't be all over social media pointing out why it shouldn't happen? Now, sure, Daily Wire does a good job of this. Tucker Carlson does an extreme great job. But we should be doing far more than that. And Fox News has an ability to really set the mark here, right? But why are they bringing on Nikki Haley? She's not going to compete with Donald Trump. This is sort of a joke in a way. But okay. The fall of power is happening. These elite globalist motherfuckers are running around telling you that you need an electric car, you shouldn't drive your car, you shouldn't eat, you shouldn't breathe, you shouldn't do anything. Get the fuck out of here while you go eat your steak in a closed setting, pretending like you're not doing anything. I'm good, bro. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to say it and say it again and mean it. Right? I don't care what you think. I don't care. I never have. The best thing I could have ever learned over the last couple of years is my voice does matter. And people do believe in some of the things that I am saying. And the government is not on anybody's side but their own. That's it. Their power is failing because the Biden administration, their numbers are horrible, right? Right. 51% of 18 to 24-year-olds think that Hamas is okay. This is going to be a part of history when Americans are acting like what happened to Jewish people doesn't mean anything. And the Palestinians are the victims when they're not. They signed up for Hamas to be in charge, so they can't complain about it. That, like, voting has bad, like, consequences, and we want to constantly pretend like it doesn't, but it does. Yep. We can all see the horror show, right? The decay, the idea that Gavin Newsom cleaned up the streets and then put it back the way it was as soon as Yi went back to China, Chicago, New York, all these cities, right? They have been taken over by the underworld, and they can't fix it back. There's not enough money. They have allowed too many illegal people into this country, and they don't have the stamina or the drive or the will to deport them to where the fuck they belong, which is not here. The stay in Mexico thing was very useful, right? The banning the Muslim thing, again, very useful. Now, I'm not saying I personally have anything against Muslim people. I don't. But I am saying that they don't get to bring their culture and their beliefs into this country and try to indoctrinate and try to wipe out the minds of others because they don't agree with it. That is what the fuck I'm saying. Just like Indian people from India can't come into this country with their we don't eat meat thing and think that you're going to transpire and change people's thoughts. And these people are ill. Vivek is Indian, and he doesn't come across like that. But there's many others that do. And I think that stems from them being unaware of themselves and incapable of the understanding that they're not American citizens. They came here from another country, right? Through the immigration process. That's different. If you want to become an American, you should come through the immigration process. But if you're going to go through the immigration process, then that should give you an understanding of what not to fucking say to an actual American. Like maybe coming across as you can't say freedom of speech because that's going to hurt somebody's feelings is not the right thing to be saying. Like shut the fuck up. The power is falling here because everybody can see the cost of living, gas, trying to buy a house, trying to have kids and raise them the correct way, because now you got to put your kids in private school because they damn sure can't go to public school. They're not going to learn shit. So it's all expensive. The wages at your job aren't going up. I mean, shit. My manager just said that people starting at my job that I work at now are going to make $2 more than I make, and I just got hired not that long ago. So you can imagine how I feel, and I'm going to work every day busting my ass there, and some new person's going to get more money than I am. Just the fuck? But okay. Yeah. Iowa satanic statue at the state capitol was ripped down by a very brave man. That's a Republican, and all I can say is thank you to him. They're indicting him or they're going after him, and I'd say I'd rather they go after him and he knocked it down than it stay there. Why are we allowing satanic things in a capital? Why are we allowing that at all? This is a Christian country. This is not a Muslim country. It's not a Jewish country. And your religion and what you believe in is not okay to be in those particular places. Right? There's not Catholic crosses everywhere. And there are Advent books everywhere. So if there's not Advent books everywhere, why did they get to put that stupid statue there? And then for the fucking mayor, who's Republican, to go out of her fucking way and say, I believe everybody should believe in whatever they believe, is a dumb bitch. Because you're supposed to be a Republican and you don't sound like one. Right? Just like Nikki Haley. It's the same thing. These bitches, and I meant what I just said, these cocksucking bitches are pretenders and grifters. And they're not really on our side. Because when it comes time for them to say something, they don't say anything. And you can't continue to acquiesce to the Democratic devil-worshipping, I want to kill you party. That's who the Democrats are. They're anti-life. In every regard, in every way. Anti-family, anti-Christianity, anti-everything. They are the opposite of living. They are death. They're telling you that they're all atheists, they don't believe in anything, and they believe in themselves. That's not a strong culture, a strong country, or a strong government. That's weak. Nobody just appeared here. That's not how life works. I'm sorry, a woman gives birth to children. That's it. That's it. Sure, scientists could replicate or clone people. I definitely think that's a possibility. But I think overall, women are the creators. And I think God did that for a reason. The statue in the state capitol, though, what the fuck is that? Rudy Giuliani is in trouble, and supposedly he has to pay $148 to some people bitching and complaining about probably nothing. Are we still pretending like January 6th matters? Because I don't really think it does. And at this point, who cares? The protesters don't live next to them. You know, these Soros protester grifter motherfuckers that are running around getting these jobs they're not qualified to get, that are running around with their microphones pretending like these elitists that are running around, these anti-living people. I'm going to call them that. These demons, that's what they really deserve, are running around trying to break apart humanity in every regard. And they call these people up on the phone, right? Because they need mayhem. And they show up and they get the job done. They did it in Black Lives Matter protests. They're doing it during this Hamas sham of a protest where they're trying to ruin lighting up Christmas trees and like American traditions. They're trying to eliminate traditions of like Christmas and holidays because they think the bullshit that they're talking about matters more than our views and what we think. I've said it multiple times. When you allow too many people into a country, then they want to bring all their shit with them, and we cannot allow that. This is an American country. We have our own views and our own things that maybe you don't like, but you need to get accustomed to. And if you're going to live here, you need to fall in line or go back to where the fuck you came from. That's it. There's no other option. There's no, we need to acquiesce. I'm not acquiescing to your fucking headband and your bandana and your 15 fucking layers of clothes. Muslims are not in control of America. They never will be. And we need to stop allowing every fucking person that wants to claim to be a student to come to America. This is a bad idea. It's not going to end well. And are they actually at college doing the work? Because if they're fucking protesting in the street, that means they're not in the classroom. That means they're not measuring up to what the fuck they're here to do. We need to get more serious here. And I don't know if we're going to. I could hope, but I don't know. The protesters don't live next to these people that are living in these fenced places hiding. That's the moral of the story. If we're going to save America, we're going to just have to do it. We're going to have to take our country back. We're going to have to remove the power from these people and take our seats at the head of the table as Americans. I don't like what's happening in Ireland, especially in Dublin. It really hurts my heart that my fellow Irish citizens are going through such turmoil and pain. The working class of Ireland is struggling, where they're making it against the law to say things. And if they're doing that in Ireland, they're going to start fucking doing that here. So, I mean, Argentina, Spain, Ireland, all this shit happening around the world, it's coming here next. It's already here. They already put that guy in prison for making that meme on fucking X about Hillary Clinton. Do you understand what that represents? They're taking away your freedom of speech and they're telling you that you can't say what you want because they don't like it. But I got a message for these motherfuckers that I'm going to say today. You can't expect us to be quiet while you try to take everything from us. And we will not be quiet. And you will not win because there's more of us than you. There's more of me. There's more of him. There's more of us. There's more of them. And when I say they, I'm not talking about their sex. I'm saying they as in them, as in us, as in we, as in me. We are this nation. We've been this nation. And we will fight to the death. You will not win. Because there's more hard-working Americans that have busted their ass, have worked a lot and done a lot of shit that you have no idea about to get where they are in their lives. And there is nothing you can do to them that would make them just pave the way for you to fuck them over more. For the government to continue to fuck us in the ass over and over and over again, repeatedly telling us about why we need to fund wars in Ukraine and mind the business of every other country, acting like we're so victorious when you got bums all over the fucking street and you keep allowing veterans to become homeless. You gonna push the veterans out of these housing situations and give it to these fucking Muslim people with some fucking bandanas on their heads? Are you kidding me? You brought all these Afghanistani people into this country during the night on planes. Are you fucking kidding me? But you let 13 people die there? We cannot let them win. We are going to have to fight in the darkness together. And the color of your skin doesn't matter. It's about you understanding what it is to be an American. This place didn't happen accidentally, and it did not happen easily. And when they're knocking down statues of how this country started, that's telling you who they are. They don't want to remember that. They don't want to understand any of it. Because all of that proves that they're all full of shit. In every way, in every regard. I dare you to fight with me. That is the only way we're going to get our country back. The country that welcomed love and happiness. Where when you worked hard, you got to see your hard work for you. Your kids actually learned in school. And they could be whatever they wanted when they grew up. Instead of some women's studies moron. Let's fight together. Because we only have each other. They don't care about us. These elite motherfuckers, these globalist motherfuckers, are out for themselves. And so we can only fight together in the darkness. Let's move on from politics to the main part of the conversation, which is, when do you update your gloves and hats? Like, I know I have hats in the closet, and I know I have gloves, but I haven't really gone through any of it to figure out, like, where the gloves and hats are. Now, does that mean I need to go buy gloves and hats, or does that mean I need to actually go through and look at it? As you know, as you're well aware, I did change my coat this year, and I updated to a red coat. So I do have a scarf that's like a plaid tone. I was going to just wear that and find like this hat Michelle gave me for Christmas a couple of years ago and just rock that together. I also have some gloves that my mom or one of my siblings, my sister or brother or somebody gave it to me. So maybe I'll just wear those with it and just like sort of mishmash it because I already have stuff. But should you go buy new hats and gloves depending on when you get a coat? And when can you buy hats and gloves? Can we just order this on Amazon, or can we go to like H&M or the mall or whatever? I don't go to the mall, so this is why I'm asking this question. Are these things at Target? The prices for stuff at the stores are ridiculous, so I primarily just shop in GW, Savers, and Amazon. And I'm still a brand ambassador, even though I deleted all the brand ambassador stuff off my Instagram. I really got to get better at doing it like I was. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, there's that. I think that you should shop accordingly with what you have available at home. And if like you can find gloves but you can't find hat, buy a hat. If you can find the hat but you can't buy the gloves, buy the gloves. If you can find a scarf and one of the other ones, then buy the thing that you don't have. I don't think you need to necessarily get all three of them every year because you can mismatch. So do it accordingly for what you actually need. Can we trust fake Uggs? 100% yes. But they're not going to be waterproof and they're probably not going to last as long. Now, I have boots that look similar to Uggs that I got from Just Fab. And I have an amazing boot collection from Just Fab, actually. And I love Just Fab. It's like perfect if you don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of money on shoes. And they have a 50 and a 70% off sale, which is when I basically buy all my shoes for the year. And I like their quality, right? I like Just Fab. I like that I don't have to go in a store and search for shit. I know exactly what size I am. I go on there, I find it, I buy it, and I'm done. It gets delivered to me, and there's no problem. And I love that. That is why I like online shopping, and that's why I've transitioned out of just going into the store, roaming around, driving, looking for things. I used to do that, but now I do that far less, or just not at all. And I told you about what I also like to do that fills in my addiction to shopping. I go on like Nordstrom or I go on like the Louis Vuitton store and I fill up a cart with everything I want. And then I look at it and I leave it there. I don't buy it. I leave it there. Then I go back a couple of days later. I look at it again. And that's filling up my necessity for shopping. And I don't have to go to a store to feel like I'm doing something. It's fun. I'm not actually spending any money. And I'm fulfilling a need within me, my shopping addiction, without like going anywhere. But as far as shoes go, I do like Just Fab. I think they have a lot of great quality. I am an elite like platinum member because I have so many shoes from that place. I don't even know. They're just everywhere. Like I have pocketbooks, I have shoes, I have clothes, I have accessories. I love Just Fab. If I could be a brand ambassador for them, I sure would be. Moving on to the next part of the comment. Oh, and I'm a brand ambassador for Cup Chi too for the swimsuits. Love it. Moving on from that. And by the way, if you're going to buy the fake Uggs, just get the ones on the Zulily. I think they're got bears or something. They're like $20 and just wear those around. You might not want to jump in a puddle with them, but they're $20. Who cares? Living in a quiet place, which is a dream of mine. I want to like find like a quiet house in Vermont or New Hampshire. No noise, no people, not near any buildings. That is my dream. Like where we live right now, we live close to a hospital and like all these schools, and I'm over it. I want to live in like a more quiet area and not hear traffic. So that's the goal. Fingers crossed. We're starting to look at things in January. So cross your fingers that we find something we like. Fingers crossed. Sweaters or sweatshirts. Now, sweatshirts are comfortable because you can shove them on at any point and you can go do things. Whether you're going to the gym, running errands, going on like an excursion or spending time with your family, you could just shove a sweatshirt on. Now, sweaters are, I'd say, more for like, I don't know. I don't really wear sweaters to work, but you could wear sweaters to work. You could wear it if you're going out to eat or you're going out to do something. I'd say that's when you want to wear a sweater. It's more like you're doing something that's more important or you're going somewhere that's important. I'd say that's more of a sweater, or maybe you're going for a family get together. I'd say that's definitely a sweater thing. A sweatshirt is something that you're throwing on to get something done quickly. I don't know if I could make a decision between sweater and sweatshirt. It depends on how cold I am. I like both for different reasons. But during the wintertime, I definitely do love sweaters. But I also love sweatshirts too. I say go for both. When do you upgrade? When you upgrade, you have to get rid of something. Like if you're going to buy new shoes or buy new sweaters or buy new books or restart your BoxyCharm membership, you're going to have to get rid of something. You are. Did you go to your class reunion? I didn't, but I know a lot of people did. I find that very interesting. Is this something I want to do? I don't know. Maybe. It really doesn't interest me. I just don't think I care. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be rude. It's just I'm too busy to do it. Like, in all honesty, I have way too much going on in my life. I have 4 book clubs, right? Plus I have a trainer, and I have a private gym, and I have a doggy that I love spending all my time with when I'm not at work. Plus I have my husband that's my best friend, and we love to do things together and have lots of fun. Plus work, and I'm a podcaster. So between all of that and all the shows I'm looking at too, on top of that, plus WWE and AEW, I don't really have time to be like, I'm going to go to do this. And my husband doesn't seem to be interested in it at all. He's just like, I don't want to talk to those people. And I'm not saying I have anything against any of those people. I don't. But that's what Facebook is for. And I got rid of Facebook because honestly, I've seen everybody go into their lives through that. So I don't really need to go to a class reunion because I already know what the fuck they're doing and I don't really care. I know that came off rude, but if you've got the time to do that, good for you. I hope you enjoy it. I don't. I barely have time to breathe, man. And even if I have a day off, it's not really a day off. It's a day with me doing a million errands, trying to catch up on my life till I get back to the busy because I don't have any time. It's going to be even worse when we have kids. I don't know how we're going to do anything. But that's the fun of life, right? That's the fun of life. But to those that want to go to your reunion, have a great time, man. Alone and Frozen, that's some show that I found. These are all shows from Paramount Plus, okay? Paramount Plus and Amazon. So if you want to watch them, go look there. Rewatching Ash vs. Evil Dead. Dirty Rotten Cleaners. Higher Power. No, my bad. Not Paramount and Amazon Prime. This is HBO. No, I mean Max. Fuck, I forgot to change the name of it. Max. Higher Power. I think that's another power show. I don't know if I want to watch that. Skip doesn't seem to be really into it. My mom watched all of the powers. I haven't started them yet. Mobland looks okay. Stoker. Gran Turismo. Headliners Only. And Car Masters. Car Masters was from Paramount Plus. Is that a show when they're talking about, like, how to fix up cars and make them look pretty and everything? Because if so, I'm totally into that. Love it. I'm totally like a car girl. I love car racing. I love when they revamp the cars and do the insides over and put, like, leather seats in them and change the steering. I love all that. I personally love stick shift. My dad did teach me to drive stick shift when I was younger. I know how to drive both stick shift and standard. I think that, automatic. I think that stick shift is definitely cool. And I love when they, like, do over the front of the cars and they do a new paint job on them. And I find that so interesting and fun, which is why I've always loved Fast and Furious. Because it's like, car shows are, like, so cool. And who doesn't want to be a part of that? We'll find out, because I might add that to the list. Moving on to eating things. Pineapple cheese balls. And I know you're like, what? So basically, let me tell you how to make the pineapple cheese balls. So you put pineapple, mozzarella, pepper jack, and cheddar. 2 eggs, and jalapeno. With a little bit of pineapple juice. Mix that in the stand mixer. Right? Then you get some butter. Well, spray butter. You get a nonstick spray pan. I would even use, in this regard, I would use one pan products because they're very easy to cook with. I would spray the one pan product. Then I would put the balls into that. And then in the middle of it, I would leave room so you could add cheese into that for dipping. I would put it in the oven and let it cook off for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then take it out. Boom, you just made yourself pineapple cheese balls. You could dip that into like a spicy, like, avocado dip, or whatever dip you want. Honestly, I would add, if I was making the dip here, I would do bacon, I would do ranch, I would do blue cheese, and I would do maybe avocados and mix that together with a little heavy cream. Boom. Who doesn't want that? Sounds good to me. I kind of want that right now. It's going on the list for me to make. Garlic bread, wreath, and brie. Pretty simple. You're making a garlic bread wreath, right? So find a good recipe for that. And then you're basically adding brie to it to dip it in. Who doesn't want to eat that? I want to eat that right now. Damn, all these recipes I'm finding got me in the mood for eating. Christmas mimosa. I don't know if we're drinking this Christmas, but maybe we are. Cranberry goat cheese. I love goat cheese. This is good for crackers. This is good for veggies. This is good for basically anything. This is one of these cheese spread ordeals that we talk about with the cheese board that I really want to, get into. I think we'll really like it. Let's try it. Finally, Kris Jenner's chicken soup. Now, I have watched a lot of Kardashians over the years, and I gotta admit, when Kris cooks, she knows how to get down in the kitchen, and I'm kind of impressed and kind of, excited with, going over a recipe that she's already created. So we'll see what that tastes like. My friends, it is the end of this Hump Day pod. I want to thank you for tuning in to Born to Be a Star. And I also want you to recognize your star power, recognize your light, recognize your reflection, and love who you are. You are a star. We are light in the darkness. And you are my light in the darkness, and you are the way that I can see. And I hope I am the same for you. Together, we are not only going to change this world, but we are going to change this universe. And we're going to light up all the galaxies together, because we are the light. And guess what? I'll see you same place, same time tomorrow on Thursday. Don't forget that you are a star wherever you are. Together, we light up everything. Don't forget your light. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.